Oh, nobody even tried to hide that.
My humour is very out of date. Very sort of variety here, era, sort of Ken Dodd, Morecambe Wise, Tommy Cooper. And my dad would always be crying with laughter at them, and he'd say as a kid, oh, my favourites, these are the funniest people. It was them that influenced me, and it was seeing my dad laugh so hard at these people, thinking, I'd love to be able to make someone feel like they've made him feel. The first show I ever did, I was 7, and it was at a place called the KR, which is a little sort of theatre-y thing, like Funhouse I think it was back then, in Leicester. And I'd come on as quite an offensive little character, which used to shock them because it was this little kid running on and never swore, just innuendo. People would always come up to me in the playground or whatever the equivalent is of high school, and they'd be like, oh, make me laugh, entertain me. But when it came to lessons and things like drama, no one would ever want to work with me because I always used to make them laugh. In my A-levels, I did drama. But my teacher always used to tell me off because I'd always do it as comedy, and she was like, no, you'll be serious, boy, this is Shakespeare. She was a very, very cruel woman, no sense of humour. She threw a chair at me. I made this joke, essentially, about Shakespeare, and she just went, no, and she launched this chair. I wasn't going to come to university because I thought the only way really to get into comedy is to go out and do it yourself. I found out about comedy, of course, here at Salford University was the one who threw a chair at me, so I have many things to thank her for, including the bruises. I came here for the applicants' day. This man shuffled in, like this. He then introduced himself as, I'm Ian Wilkie, boy. He was the author of a book called Performing in Comedy. Possibly my favourite book on comedy. It was someone that you'd sort of read their work and gone, this person, they're a genius. My life is comedy, so what I've learned is that it's a state of mind. Maybe not a sane one, but it is a state of mind. Comedy is like a broken mill wheel, so it's like a wheel that's just turning slightly off its axis. And that's helped me in life a lot, knowing that, because it's like, this scenario is quite sad, but then I think if I could just take it slightly off its axis to the sadness, you could theoretically put it into comedy, because comedy and tragedy are the same thing. You think it, or you don't feel it, essentially. It's something that's necessary to life. You couldn't live without laughter. I refuse to believe it.